The race to build the smartest AI chatbot is practically over. Raw digital intelligence is becoming a steady utility. This scatter plot tracks AI model performance over time. Notice the tight cluster forming in the top right corner. The gap in reasoning quality between expensive, closed systems like GPT-4 and free open-weights models like Llama is shrinking rapidly, meaning no single company holds a distinct intelligence advantage anymore. If we transition this into a line graph, look at the cost to process a token. A token is a basic unit of text or data processed by an AI. Over the last 10 years, the energy required by hardware chips to compute these tokens has dropped by a factor of over 100,000. When electricity gets cheaper and highly standardized, you stop asking who generates to power. You only care about the appliances you can plug into the wall. Intelligence is transitioning from a specialized research product into a ubiquitous background resource. Possessing a highly capable foundation model no longer guarantees market dominance. If a startup can download an open-source system that rivals the most expensive proprietary labs, the raw intelligence itself loses its premium value. This economic reality forces the biggest tech companies to pivot. They're abandoning the intelligence layer to fight a multi-trillion-dollar war over the action layer. The technology sector has moved past the generative phase of artificial intelligence. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, who controls the hardware infrastructure running these systems, recently confirmed the industry's shift into what he calls the agentic phase. Agentic workflows represent a shift from passive software to active software. Instead of answering a prompt with text or an image, an AI agent operates autonomously to execute multi-step human workflows, like answering customer emails, writing custom code, and scheduling meetings across different applications. This is a sharp departure from the previous 2 years. The initial generative wave largely flooded the internet with passive chatbots and AI slop. AI slop is low-quality, high-volume synthetic media generated specifically to game engagement algorithms. Agents, by contrast, are designed for quiet, high-value execution. This logic flowchart illustrates how an autonomous agent operates in practice. When given a high-level goal, the software node breaks it down into subtasks, searching the web, extracting data, and creating files, looping without human intervention. Scaled across organizations, McKinsey estimates these workflows will generate nearly $3 trillion. The financial incentives have shifted. The value of this technology no longer relies on a human typing the perfect prompt. It relies on granting these systems the proper business context and the system permissions necessary to act on their own. Highly profitable corporate agents are just the economic engine ultimately funding the final race toward artificial general intelligence. Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI, refers to an autonomous system capable of learning and performing any intellectual task a human can. Across the industry, the major research labs are quietly aligning their roadmaps for this milestone on the exact same target year, 2026. To hit that timeline, xAI is utilizing an aggressive brute force hardware approach, scaling a supercomputer project known as Colossus to house 1 million GPUs. A GPU, or graphics processing unit, is a specialized electronic circuit required to accelerate complex AI calculations. Overseeing this massive hardware expenditure, Elon Musk has publicly shifted his internal timeline. He recently assessed that the next iteration of his company's foundation model has a realistic 10% probability of reaching AGI-level performance by 2026. The scale of this hardware investment moves the project out of the realm of theoretical research. It is a high-stakes, winner-takes-all commercial gamble. While xAI relies heavily on raw hardware volume, OpenAI is taking a highly systematic path under Sam Altman. Their strategy focuses on predictable scaling laws and qualitative leaps in reasoning, specifically targeting professional-grade execution with their incoming GPT-5 tier of models. To refine that reasoning, OpenAI is aggressively re-entering the robotics sector. They are investing in embodied AI, which involves placing artificial intelligence into physical machines to teach digital agents how to observe, understand, and manipulate the real physical world. In contrast to both of these commercial sprints, Google DeepMind, led by Demis Hassabis, maintains a rigorous scientific perspective. They are prioritizing foundational research into extremely difficult computing problems, like long-term planning and multi-step reasoning, rather than rushing to hit the earliest possible release date. Hassabis frequently states that AGI is still 5 to 10 years away. However, he includes a critical caveat. History shows that just 1 or 2 major algorithmic breakthroughs could instantly compress that conservative timeline down into the mid-2020s. These 3 laboratories do not operate in a vacuum. When OpenAI solves complex math or xAI scales massive compute, the others are forced to respond. This dynamic creates an inescapable feedback loop, where every individual breakthrough accelerates the entire industry's development cycle. We may not see a flawless human-level intelligence wake up on January 1st, 2026, but the shift in direction is apparent. The commoditization of basic models funded the current agent revolution. Now, those autonomous agents are building the infrastructure for artificial general intelligence, lowering the barrier for high-level technical execution.